Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the StarMaker Bolin Show. The StarMaker himself was hanging out just a moment ago, but disappeared. So I thought I'd save him the embarrassment of, well, not the embarrassment. I thought I'd save the surprise of him showing off his new living room for when he wants to do that himself. In the meantime, my name is Bob Hazelwood. I am the co-host with the worst mustache and beard in the world. It won't grow right here, even though I keep trying. So I'm going to cheat and let it kind of grow out really long on these edge pieces and make it look like an actual goatee. That's because I'm having a midlife crisis, although I'm too old to have a midlife crisis. I received some notifications that my bracket in the NCAA tournament contest is now in last place in the entire world. That's not quite true, but my bracket's been busted. I picked the Baylor Bears to go all the way, and they didn't even make it to the Sweet 16. So I have sucked it up. We have some folks there in the audience. Nicole Pasta Tart loved the credits. That's an old piece. So much for getting monetized. Can't say it. So much for making any money on this podcast. And then Jim Keys. Jim K's in the building. You should have mentioned in the WWE rivalry show about Cena and Orton. You know, they I didn't see the show, so I don't know if they talked about it, how much or any OVW stuff, but Kenny kind of gets a short shrift. You know, he doesn't get a lot of credit from WWE when it comes to the influence that he had on guys like Cena, guys like Rico, guys like, indirectly, guys like Orton, guys like Batista. Speaking of the star of the show.
Well, I like to think that my people,
your people,
you and the train, who will be a no-show again tonight, the late arriving train. You know those trains that never show up. You stand there.
It's kind of like, it's like, wait, the schedule says 8:05. No, it's not going to show up about 8:10.
And but I like to think you can work, and you were on to something there for a minute. Well, I'm going to let Kenny show off the new living room.
Yes.
And I purposely had thrown myself up on the screen with an empty chair.
Oh, see, I
was going to let the screen come up, and then what I was going to do. So give me full screen, and then I'm going to give the people 30 seconds of what I was going to do. So we'll just give it. Here we go. Okay. So I'm going to get up and leave here for a second.
Let's just pretend like the show's now starting.
Yeah. Well, and so we're going to do roughly about 30 seconds of that.
As the dog licks the chair.
Hey, I shit in that chair for a reason. And so
all right,
audio from back here.
Welcome to the show. I can hear you, but it's kind of quiet. But I can certainly hear you.
I have two microphones on, but I'm a ways from them. And so we're going to give you about 30 seconds of that. And then in the computer chair was going to roll with the new set design. And King was going to come in, have a seat.
The new studio.
That was one of two entrances we could use. Welcome to the brand new design set of the Bolin Alley / StarMaker Bolin Studios. Did you see what that empty chair looked like? Did you see what the background looked like? Well, an empty chair is what you're going to get if we don't see some donations around here tonight. This isn't a freebie show. That's why we're not on Facebook tonight. This is YouTube exclusive only. No freebies on Twitters or the X's or the LinkedIn's or the Twitches, the various places that have wanted me to broadcast this show. We're not going to do it because there's no donation. So Pasta Tart's in here. Oh my God, this is too fun. What was funny from the Pasta Tart?
That's the credits.
Oh, the credits. Oh, well, a lot of the people have never seen the credits before. So
we used to run them every show, but then
we used to.
Well, then certain bands that we promoted heavily
certain bands. Well,
decided that
you saw how much I gave a shit about my $4 tonight. I didn't give that much of a shit about my $4 tonight.
Yeah.
And what do you think of the new look?
I like it.
I've sent you enough pictures of it.
Yeah, well, let me see if I can get
You
that
think
panorama.
you think I'm proud? You think I'm proud of it the way I've been?
You would
sending
think. Let me see if I
everybody.
can get that panorama picture up because that looks really good.
I just realized how bad I hated this room before I just stripped everything down and started over. And I just got a hair up my ass at about 2:30 in the morning here 2 or 3 days ago. And I took the covers off the chair and then said, you know what? That don't look too bad. And then I ordered a few things to kind of accessorize and make it look a little better. Because when you got 3 dogs and faux leather furniture, now whatever my ottoman is made of, you see the white ottoman there? That's made of a faux leather. And that shit's tough. The cat, the dogs, they jump up on it. Never a scratch, never a mark. This chair, the recliner, let's go back to the other side. The recliner that you see there, that's made of faux leather. Can't damage that thing. But those other pieces of furniture, it must be faux leather because it ain't as good as the faux leather. Some guy named Kenny Bolin allows. Yeah, well, we don't allow much. I forgot how funny those credits were. I wish I knew who made those. God, I can't remember. Been a long time since we played them. Don't ever delete that intro because every now and then I'm going to want to play that. So you got wet hair tonight too. Mine was wet till just a few minutes ago.
Yeah,
and but I think you got
to clean up for
all those Timmy John references. It didn't help because now you look like Timmy John with slick back hair.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So Kenny, tonight I've got my opening day Rangers jersey. This is the special gold trim jersey.
Yes, I saw you
wear on opening day
with that when I was trying to show off my studio. I saw you trying to upstage me with your. I'm assuming about a $400 jersey there.
No. It's about $175. But I mean,
sorry, Filipinos.
It took them 63 years for them to win the World Series.
All right. I mean, I saw my last one in '90. My son was actually 3 years old, yelling Chris Sabo's name. So it's been a bit of a drought over here too, but not quite that long.
So my Rangers have the longest.
Now, were they the Texas Rangers 60 years ago?
No, they were the Washington Senators in 1960.
That's right. Okay.
And then they moved to Texas in 1972 because the original Washington Senators.
There's a baseball card that came out around 72 or 73. And it was the Washington something or others because weren't they going to move the Padres or somebody to Washington?
The original Washington Senators moved to Minnesota and became the Twins in 1960. They put an expansion club back into Washington, and that team became in 72 moved to Dallas or Dallas-Fort Worth, became the Texas Rangers.
Okay.
They talked about putting another expansion club back in Washington.
Because when the baseball card came out, they didn't know the name of the team.
Correct. The 72 series cards just had Texas on there, and
they
didn't have the uniforms because they hadn't got the uniforms official. So it was just these really generic. In fact, I've got that.
I think it said Texas National Leaguers or something.
I've got the cards. They were in the American League. So
I've got them. Oh, really? Okay. I've got something from a National League team that tried to expand and whatever. They didn't know at the time or whatever.
And the Seattle Pilots moved to Milwaukee.
Well, I do. Let me get into a couple of special requests because I've already sent the money out because they couldn't wait. One family, little Eunice, was about to get their electric cut off. Believe it or not, when you factor in fees, about a $25 electric bill, they cut people off for $25 fucking dollars. We had to help Jen with some rice, and then they hit her with 250 pesos worth of fees, and I had to have Bob help me out because they were feeing her to shit death on PayPal. Yeah, I should know their name.
Well, you're right. You pay $10 on PayPal, and they have to pay $2.50.
Exactly. So it's bad enough they fee us to death. Then they fee them to transfer it to Gcash so they can actually pay their bills, buy their food, pay their electric, what have you. So I think I sent Bob 4 receipts of shit that we've already had to send out. None of them were overly dramatic. One of them was just an act of kindness on my part to send a family of 5 to an amusement park and to get them some food to load up on before they go to the park and when they get back from the park. Because food, even in the Philippines, the food in the park can be a bit expensive. So they didn't ask for much for a family of 5 to go. I think it was a grand total of like $35. Sent a little bit extra so they could get something to snack on, maybe an ice cream cone or something in the park. And it's going to and nobody in this family is Chenny's family. For those of you that don't know, she got her blue jacket today, by the way. Did I send you yesterday? Did I send you the picture of her blue jacket?
I believe you did.
And then I'm wearing this jacket for a reason. Now, Bob might not show the reason why I'm wearing it. I hope he does. There's a reason why I'm wearing this very special jacket tonight. And I'm going to need you to, well, I don't guess you'll need to upload a picture of me because I'm wearing mine. But there's a very special reason why I'm wearing this very special jacket tonight for a very special person.
Yes.
Yeah. No, get that look off your face.
No, what? I'm looking for the picture.
I mean, you didn't buy her a $175 jersey. I bought her a $6 jacket.
I'm really tempted to buy her like a Texas Rangers jersey and a Dallas Stars jersey.
There might be something in the Philippines you can buy.
There's probably some cheap knockoffs out over there, right?
Well, they get shit like that all the time. Yeah, they get shit like that all the time. But so basically, Eunice's family could use about $25 worth of help on their electric bill. Chenny's family, if we could raise 40, they didn't get to go yesterday because they weren't able to transfer their money to be able to go. If we could raise $35 or $40 to send 5 people that have never been to an amusement park before, the kids that are going range. God, I think they range in age of 7 to 19, which is, and then the older sister wants to go, that's 21, and her mother, who's I think just turned 52, 53, something like that. But it's a total of 5 people. And so if there's any Blake McChristy, well, we can send them next month. Thank you, Blake. No, we appreciate those in here too, because at the end of the month they all add up, and we really appreciate it. There's many times I ask you all to $5 me to death in here, so we got a little padding at the end of the month to work with. I like to consider this rental assistance money in here, but it never really works out that way. So Jin needs rice. She says they gave up trying to buy 50 kilograms in Manila because it's gotten so fucking expensive. So if we could maybe get them 25 kilograms of rice, that, believe it or not, that is about $50 there. I bought them 10 kilograms to hold them for the meantime, and even that was like $25. Get a little bit of a break if you buy 25 kilograms, a little bit more if you buy, but 50 kilograms, Bob, in Manila's gotten worth about $70 or $80 when you factor in transfer fees. Yep. But Jin's family is her mother and her father, who are both elderly. So they don't eat as much as some of these families that we help. So 25 kilograms does them probably as much good as some of the families we get 50 kilograms for. And so those are my 3 main projects that I can think of right off the top of my head tonight. I had a couple of kids asking for some internet help. Those are $20 a pop. So for those of you in here that would like to be of some help, maybe you got a tax check back, or maybe you got one coming, something like that. I am, the tea maker said he's going to do a little something special for us. If not this weekend, maybe next weekend. He's got a little something special he's working on. So at least we know it's coming, we appreciate that.
I assume that you're wearing your jacket, Kenny, because of this.
Look at that. Look at that. We look like twins, don't we? Where's my, well, I'm not going to wear that MAGA hat. The trolls love that. Yeah. So no, I won't wear it. But boy, you could put MAGA right on that hat, couldn't you? You really could. Now I had to darken the shade up a little bit to make it look a little bit more like my jacket. So if Bob goes back to the other picture, that's where I kind of darkened everything a little bit. She said, "Oh my God, look at that! Now our jackets look alike." I said, "Well, almost, pretty damn close." I think her sleeves are a little more cream colored, Bob. Wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Look, well, because if you go
but
here,
not
they're
bad,
white.
But she bought that because she wanted one that none of the other Filipino girls had.
Right. They all
wanted to be an individual and all. Wouldn't be there's Jeanette, but Jeanette screwed up but Lena got hers first. Mm-hmm. Lena got her green jacket first. I ordered a green jacket, but the one they sent me was like a 2X nylon. Those nylon ones don't stretch. So I'm going to have to try and find me a cotton one like I'm wearing now. All my other jackets are cotton. Dr. Bill Irwin's in the house. Jazzy Jana from Louisiana's in the house. But that's my ex-girlfriend, Lena, from 2012. 2012, we go back, and she still celebrates.
The jacket's not from 2012.
No, the jacket was from.
She was your girlfriend back
2000 late. 2000 jacket's from 2000 late.
2000 like today.
3 weeks ago, something like that. And I got her little boy a blue one, but he got blue sleeves, and I'm glad he did because kids with white sleeves is not a good idea. Little JJ,
little dirt there.
Yeah, little JJ's got he's got a blue one. And do we have Kenny's jacket? She's got hers today. I think technically today for me, yesterday for her. So Chenny's got her blue one, and the Filipinos. So Chenny gets this jacket. Oh my God, I love this. Can I order another one? Well, they're $286. So they're under $6. I said, well, let's wait 2 weeks.
Do you have the money? Then absolutely, you can order another one.
Well, that option was thrown out too. But this is the same people we're sending to the amusement park. But if it gets cold in Manila tonight, or not Manila, they're about 2 hours
down to 80. If it gets
down to like a 79 with a brisk breeze off the ocean, that jacket's going to come in handy. Eunice says she wears hers all the time. And I told Jelly Bean when she's riding her motorcycle, I said, throw that on over your motorcycle gear. Don't forfeit your motorcycle gear. But so Jelly Bean's a proud, but it's throw Jelly Beans. I'm going to explain to you what I did, Bob, and you're not going to like it, but I'm going to explain to you what I did. If you'll throw Jelly Bean's picture up one more time.
Oops, let's put the good
that one there. And Jelly Bean was just loved how our jackets. I said, well, honey, this is like if we were in high school together, and I'm the big star of the football team, and I gave you my Letterman jacket. See, that's what I did right there. Only I was so special, I refused to wear the letters.
You took the letter off.
Yeah, I didn't want a big O on mine. I looked like an Oregon Duck fan with a blue jacket. So, but I've seen these jackets where you can order them with a big B on them. I don't know why the B's on there, but you can get these with a big B, and I've considered it. And I also found a place that specializes these jackets where they will stitch StarMaker on the front, StarMaker on the back, King on the sleeves, and they do all that. And the price of the jacket and all the lettering and everything is $69. So I haven't done it, but I designed one to see what I think, but it won't let you print out the design because I was just going to print out the design and claim I had it. You know, lie to the people is what I was going to do. And you can order yours for $199. I know Bob Hazelwood, that's jacket money to him. He don't care. He'd wear one.
Just spend it all on a shirt. I can't own a jersey.
Spend it all on a shirt. 170. And now explain to me. How does Major League Baseball get by with and football teams? Let's get them too. For $200 for a shirt.
Well, so part of it's the World Series part of it, right? The jerseys are all $180.
They'll charge that for the last place team in the division for a nice jersey. So
you can get the actual ones that the players wear. Those are like $320. Those are even more expensive.
Well, I didn't.
The Authentics.
That would add up. So not that the player wore it, just it's one like
no. But the exact ones like the players wear.
But not that jersey, they wore that.
But
jersey.
Not a game worn jersey. No,
that would probably be a little more.
Can really be expensive. Yeah,
it's like if someone wanted to get a game worn Kenny Bolin jacket, that would be thousands. A lot more.
Thousands and thousands.
I would hope.
Easy.
Yeah. Not that I think highly of myself, it's just everyone else does, except for the WWE. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think very lowly. So
Dr. Bill wants
what's
to know
my opinion? What's you go ahead.
So I can tell you the first answer is no, he hasn't watched The Dark Side because he doesn't watch anything that might feature someone who he used to work with.
Yeah, someone else.
But did you ever meet Terry Gordy?
Oh, yeah. I managed against Terry Gordy in a Eddie Gilbert memorial show for that old show that I like to tell y'all that I didn't really like working for. I managed, listen to this shit. I managed Doug Gilbert. I managed Doug Gilbert, assisted with Tommy Gilbert. Doug Gilbert's tag team partner was Tommy Wildfire Rich, and we went against Ian Rotten and Terry Gordy. And that was the only time I ever worked with Terry. And Terry was a large man by then. Yeah. And Michael P.S. Hayes was not there, but Terry Gordy was. And so I did manage against him one time. That was kind of cool. because boy, there wasn't anybody any more fucking over than the Freebirds when they were over.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they were so over that Christine Jarrett got rid of them. She did not like their morals and ethics. Apparently, she didn't know about the rest of the squad. And I'm not talking about AOC either. But she got rid of Hayes and Gordy because they didn't hide. See, the Memphis boys knew to hide their behavior from Christine Jarrett. Well, Michael Hayes and Terry Gordy, especially Michael Hayes, did not do that.
Did not care. Yeah.
No.
Now, the only time I ever met Terry was after he had the stroke.
Well, see, I would have thought you'd have met him a few times.
No, just once, but it was post-stroke, and he was, not himself really at that point. So.
Yeah. But it was a pleasure to get to work with him. And no, I haven't seen the dark side, and I haven't totally ignored all, because you never know which ones Mushmouth is going to be online his ass off, acting like he didn't know shit. Especially the Grizzly Smith shit. He called me a Grizzly Smith on a podcast back in 2007.
I just meant you were tall.
I just thought you were like a grizzly bear, Bolin. I didn't realize that he did. No. And the things I heard about Vince McMahon in 1984, 85, 86, 87, 88, no, I was just making that up. I didn't know that shit really happened. Oh, God, Kenny, me, Jimmy Cornette, lie? Oh, stop it, Kenny. No, I'd never do such thing. What else? As a matter of fact, I got something here tonight. I don't know if any donations have come in yet or not, and when they do, and if they do, I'll take a look at them here in a minute. It's going to be a short show if they don't, because they ain't in the mood tonight, folks. They ain't in the mood. But I got a little something today because somebody almost got name dropped on Monday Night Raw last night.
Someone did almost get name dropped.
Almost, not quite a name drop. So this is what was sent to me, and I had no fucking idea who they were talking about.
Is this the thing that Bad C sent you?
Yes, Bad C sent it.
He sent it to me also. So
would you like to read it or me?
I'll read it if you want. I mean, it's up to you. So this is a tweet.
I don't want to
you go ahead and read it. You don't want to say anything bad about your old friends.
No, I'm above that shit.
Yeah,
you do.
So this is a tweet apparently that was sent. So I'll just read this word for word. I've not read the whole thing yet, so
I haven't either. I kind of skimmed through it. But
okay, and his legacy
take it from the top. Take it from the top, and then we'll see if they figure out who they're talking about, because that's what I had to do.
His legacy in the business is seriously overstated and overrated. He was a great on-screen manager. No denying that, because once again, the guy has the gift of gab. And if he wasn't such a wrestling bigot, he could probably be in a role equal to Paul Heyman right now, or at least in one like Regal behind the scenes.
Yeah.
What he is doing right now is not helping the wrestling business out one bit, but it's the only way he can make money off of it, because no company wants anything to do with him. He has failed or gotten fired from every job or promotion he's been in the last. Pause one
moment. I swear to God, or whatever it is you all pray to, I didn't write this. It sounds like I might have wrote it, because I said this shit to Bill Apter back in 2013, 2014. Somebody watched the Bill Apter show I was on and is quoting me. But go ahead.
Exactly.
I didn't write this, I swear.
Smoky Mountain couldn't even sniff the success ECW had back in the day.
Okay.
Then he didn't last long in the WWE after that. Got fired from OVW for assaulting wrestlers. Most recently fired from the NWA for a racist fried chicken joke.
God damn.
His immediate live reaction to Janelle Grant was that she enjoyed the things detailed in the report and was only doing it for the money, before he finally took note of his co-host's suggestion to ease up. And then the light bulb went off that it might not go so well for him if he kept expressing his true feelings. He also enjoys being a cuckold while his wife, while wrestlers tag team his wife, and I don't mean in a match. Has or had an order of protection against him from
sometimes more than a 6-man tag, from what I've heard.
Vince Russo, because of death threats. So I guess it's no surprise.
I played heavily in that one. I played heavily in the death threats, the Vince Russo thing, trying to stop it from happening.
Yeah, I guess it's no surprise Punk finds him entertaining. It's just mind-boggling people actually care what this guy says. And like I said, if he didn't have the gift of gab, he'd just be looked at as a miserable old prick. The guy is a hateful failure, and anybody that repeats his bullshit is falling down the same hill.
Did anybody take credit for writing that?
I don't know who wrote that.
Or whoever wrote that is nobody we know.
It just is something somebody said about this person on Twitter is the most
because
spot on thing I've ever seen.
They took a lot of stuff that I have said over the years. Even when Jimmy and I were friends, I said many of these things. And I remember him getting mad at me on a podcast once. You're the only one I let talk to me that way. I was okay. Well, I'll let you slide with some shit that I wouldn't let ordinary people say. So, but yeah, sometimes you got to hear the fucking truth. And but he didn't mind me saying it because of my character from television. Well, Kenny's lying. Kenny's making this shit up. Kenny would stab his mother in the back to make $250. I didn't stab her in the back. I elbowed her in the base of the neck. I mean, it's two different things.
Yeah, I mean, you kicked her out of the house, but
I didn't kick her out. I just tricked her into getting on a Greyhound that she didn't know wasn't coming back.
Yeah,
it's all in wording and preparation.
It's a round trip ticket, but
I mean, the woman's poster hangs on my wall. I'm about to take it down because I think I'm about to put a new poster up there. I'm going to move Mom to the basement where she belongs. I have a basement technically, but I don't recommend storing anything down.
Your Oscar portrait on one side of the room.
Well, it's right over here. Well, Oscar ain't going anywhere. Oscar's there for life. I wish I had a way to put her on camera to where symmetrically it worked with everything that we're doing here, but we'll maybe one day we'll figure it out.
All right. So having referenced what was said last night on Raw,
yes.
The two non-wrestling segments that were in the middle of the show and the end of the show were pretty damn good segments.
And you know what? I haven't got to. I saw the opening, which I thought was well done because the fans were fucking furious that The Rock showed up, whispered into Cody's ear some sweet nothings, and then left. Mm-hmm. And so I thought,
you know what he said.
Well, hang on. I foghorned it because I said, well, you just know he's not done yet.
Yeah,
he didn't come there for that. Do I know what he said? Well, no. Should I?
I can tell you, I have inside information.
Yeah. Now, so they never revealed on the show what he said?
They did not, but I have inside information. He leaned into Cody.
Yeah.
And he said, if you want to win at WrestleMania, get Bolin to be your manager.
Oh, I'd heard that, and I was just.
And that's why Cody was like.
But Rock did share a locker room with me once at Monday Night Raw at Freedom Hall. Mm-hmm. And I pointed out to him, I knew him when he was a broke ass bitch that got his mattress out of a dumpster because his daddy wouldn't buy him one. And I think he remembered that and said, that was good advice Bolin gave me is don't let Bolin be your manager if you want to be successful. And then we see the Cenas and the Lashleys and the various others, the Ortons, the Brock Lesnars. How's Brock doing? Did he make the video game cover or not?
He did not make the video game cover. I hear that he might be in the game as DLC later on. But
okay, all right. Well, there you go.
Because he was in the game programmatically. They just have to flip the switch to turn him on to make him available as a character.
Oh, you got to do that. Okay. All right. Well, we have.
So there was that opening segment, right?
Yeah.
There was the segment with the Punk came out and Drew is out, Seth is out, and that was a pretty hot segment. There was a couple of really funny.
The Drew segment was good. The Drew segment, was good.
Especially when Drew's like, "I'm the chosen one, finally," and they go, Punk's like, "Well, who named you the chosen one? Nobody here did, because Vince back then in the day had named him. Gave him that chosen one gimmick, and of course." Drew can't say Vince named me the chosen one.
Probably not. Then again, probably wouldn't be a wise idea to say he listens to the Cornette podcast either.
Yeah, he didn't really mention Cornette precisely. He just says, I listened to the experience and the drive-through.
Mark, every single Mark knew who he was talking about.
I think we're going to change the name of this show to the Kenny Bolin Experience and the StarMaker drive-through.
Well, what was I the last show? I was the Kenny Bolin, not experiment. I was, what was I? I was the... God, I named myself after some show that I like. The Kenny Bolin Project after Alan Parsons. I was the StarMaker Bolin Project is what I was. In honor of my good friend Alan Parsons, who's now 75 years old and looks younger than us. Man, looks amazing. So we do have two quick donations to mention here. We hope we get more. TC from the NC has donated his traditional $10 tonight. We appreciate TC from the NC. We do have the $5 donation in here from Blake McChristy. And then Nicole, we need to be able to start posting. I want to know what Nicole looks like, because you heard Coltrane getting all worked up. He wants to know how hot she is. Can he steal her from her husband?
She obviously looks, she's a firecracker, right? She's going off.
No, what she is, baby, she's a firework. Yeah, that's what she is. Little Katy Perry there for you. I'll sing that later on my new Dolby recording device that I've got. Makes you sound good.
All right, and Nicole gave a fantastic.
And Nicole gave $25. So we have the electric bill taken care of, and then we have $10 to go towards the amusement park day for Chinning and family. And if we could raise 40 for that, we got 10 in the house. You had his daughter on the show.
Did you have Miranda Gordy? I don't remember.
I had Miranda. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did. I had Miranda Gordy on the show, and I had the Sarge's daughter on the show.
A lot of them. We did. We had Kelly Slaughter on. She was good.
You better back down there, Dr. Bill Irwin, saying I need auto-tune.
I think he meant me when I was doing the da-da-da-da.
Well, maybe he meant you. I don't think
sure
you called me enough to call
no
me
one
out.
would ever call you out for your singing, Kenny.
Stop it.
That would be ridiculous.
I have one thing not happen to me today that did happen to Donald Trump. No one has gag ordered me yet. No gag order on me today.
It's unfortunate.
The Supreme Court looks like it could be 6-3 on this abortion pill shit. What do you think?
I think based on the questioning,
because I don't think they learned any lessons from Roe versus Wade.
No, I think based on the questioning that they're not going to overturn the pill, because the questioning, even from the conservative judges, you can sometimes tell how they're going to rule, how they're leaning towards ruling based on the questions that they asked. And they asked, like, oh, really? So it's been around since 1960, and the number of deaths per million are less.
Been around a long time too.
Yeah, well, the number of deaths per million are less than penicillin, and you're saying it's unsafe?
Yeah.
So,
so
I just don't think that's going to fly. They may come back and say,
but that was Disco Inferno's debate. That was Disco Inferno's debate about how many white cops have killed innocent black people. The numbers aren't really that bad, Kenny.
Well,
if you factor in
all the black people in the world,
or the United States,
and all the white cops in Memphis, that's not a really big deal.
Yeah, that was his argument when he was debating me and Maya's, that if you factor it in, Kenny, I said, well, wouldn't even one be too many if we couldn't get him to go there? He'll be on the show eventually.
He will.
He'll be on the show eventually.
Anyway, I don't think it's going to get overturned. I'll be surprised if they overturn it. Now, they may overturn parts of it, like right now, you don't have to go into a doctor's office to get a prescription. You can do it through telemedicine. It's kind of a COVID thing that can. They may kick that back and say, no, you got to go into the doctor's office to get your prescription. But I think
in this day and age, I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to roll it back completely. I'd be really surprised, especially in an election year when Roe versus Wade basically.
It's not very popular with the voting people.
Well, it's given every special election to the Democrats since the ruling.
It has. Now, you would think that those justices could realize the error of their ways, but that would have to be like me on this show. Occasionally, you're wrong every now and then.
They'd have to have a new case brought before them. They can't just go back and say, you know what, we kind of screwed that last one up.
Well, no, they could. I don't think there's anything to stop them from doing that, is there?
I don't know, to be honest, if they can.
After further review. Further review. It works in the NFL in a lovely way.
Exactly. So Ruth Bader Ginsburg threw in the red flag and made us re-review it. Of course, she's dead, but whatever.
I wonder if Dr. Bill Irwin's going to donate a little tonight to help those kids go to that amusement park today, because it opens at 5 p.m.
Since he's making cracks on your singing.
Yeah, he's cracking on one of us. I know it couldn't possibly be me. I mean, I've heard me sing.
Do you need to auto-tune someone humming?
But no, I found a thing, Bob, called Dolby something or another. I was looking for Dolby Atmos to add to my phone. I don't know why. I guess to listen to certain shit on headphones because it said it does. But it didn't offer me that on my iPhone. It offered me Dolby something else, Dolby Record, I think it was called. And like an idiot, I decided I'm going to sing Horse with No Name and Be the One by Dua Lipa. And I want you to know that the way it records it, you can just lay your phone down, turn the speakers on here on my computer, and the music picks up very nicely, kind of records it in a very widened simulated stereo. And then your voice is kind of widened and stereoed out to where it's not just focused right here, like that. And it blends in reasonably well. I didn't send it to anybody that was going to blackmail me with it later, but I did send it to a lot of the Filipino girls.
Just play the regular song and it tries to like turn it on to a...
I wouldn't say it does that.
Is it called Dolby On?
I think it's called Dolby On, yeah.
Yeah, record audio and...
tell me, read about it and tell me what it tells you that it's supposed to do.
All right, so this thing says...
Because I wanted to do our podcast in it, but I can't figure out a way to type.
Dolby On is the only free audio recorder and sound editor for voice, music, video, and more with cutting-edge Dolby audio technology. Effortlessly, I can't say it, but
effortlessly,
yeah. Without any problems, you can record live music and videos, import from your library, or live stream to Twitch or Facebook Live.
Well, I didn't want to do that.
Apply a suite of automatic studio effects, including noise reduction, limited spatial audio, EQ, and more.
All there.
Incredible audio quality through a studio recorder on your phone.
Now, do you know if there's a way that we could infiltrate that to our studio microphones here in on the show?
I don't think so.
Like, because we have those different audio options we can click. I was wondering if there's a way, because I
wonder if we had it turned on and then ran the phone through a mixer and then the mixer into the computer, and then you could.
Now it's sounding complicated.
It does get kind of complicated.
Yeah, I think we're just going to stick to this.
Just stay with
we don't sing that often here.
And when we do, people
did Dr. block himself when we ask him to donate a little something to help these kids
I think
out?
Everyone has blocked themselves.
I think they have, because no one said a word.
Ian Rotten again after you left.
Did you ever? Never. No, never. Not once. Oh, he mentioned my name quite a bit and even made fun of me on some shows.
Yeah, was it in?
I hired somebody that I got rid of. Basically, my wrestling career has matched my podcast career. Whenever I would get rid of anybody at OVW or had something to play in it, and it wasn't that many, they would show up in other companies solely to try to make fun of me and Jimmy and Danny Davis for getting rid of them. And Thurston Throckmorton, who I had with me at OVW, and he did something stupid where he had to go away. He claimed I had him blackballed from wrestling. Well, I didn't. I had some power at OVW. I didn't have blackball power. Well, maybe if a certain something money was in, blue ball power. Maybe I might have had that. You can ask. Let's leave Mickey James out of it.
So people who got kicked out of your life went on to troll you, even in wrestling.
Not only the podcast business, but in the wrestling business. If I had anything to do with getting them out of my life,
maybe it's you.
Well, you know what? I was going to bring that up. I was sitting there thinking about it, because when I have this long history of getting rid of podcast co-hosts, and every single one of them have united to want to bring me down. All of them. One thing you don't have to worry about is. Well, no, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about that. I'm going to show y'all a little something here. Go ahead and keep me like that.
Okay.
No, go back for a second. This is some sticky notes that I had made back when Jimmy and I had our falling out. And you see the picture that Simon Williams drew of me. And at the bottom of it, if you can read it, well, I'll probably have to read it to you.
Brian Last is a houseboy.
Right. And so when Jimmy called me to try to patch things up and wanted us to meet at Steak and Shake and get everything worked out, which I agreed to do. And Brian Last was furious, but Jimmy I wanted Jimmy to come on my show. And this is our first falling out, not the one where he got on Russo's show, but the first falling out. And people have blamed me for that I answered my phone knowing that Jimmy was going to be on Russo's show. All right, I'll take the hit. So Jimmy says, so you're wanting me to come on and do your show? And I said, yeah. And he says, well, Brian don't want you back on. I said, well, whose fucking show is it? I don't give a fuck what Brian wants. Fuck him. We'll do one without him. Well, Kenny, I don't know how to do any of that shit. Well, then I don't guess we're doing a show. I said, because I was going to come on and do your, well, I didn't know that was part of the deal. Brian, no, it was Brian didn't want him doing my show because it was going to make him look, look bad. And I said, no, I'll come back on and do yours. I said, if
Brian, it didn't take that much to make you look bad.
No, it didn't take that much. I said, if Brian sits there and keeps his fucking mouth shut and realizes he brings nothing to the show and keeps his fucking mouth shut, you and I will do what we do. We will entertain people because we hadn't spoken in a while. And I said, I will come on and do your show. I said, if that motherfucker breathes a fucking word, the show's over. Can you explain that to him? Well, yeah, I think I can just get him to sit there and just run the buttons and everything, and just me and you do the show. I said, well, because he said, I don't think he's gonna want to go verbally with you anyway. I said, no, he doesn't. And I said, but if he'll sit there and shut the fuck up, I will come on and do your show. I said, and you come. I said, we'll do a home and home, and we'll go back to do business as usual. I said, but if I'm on your show, he shuts the fuck up, and he doesn't say anything. Okay, I think I can get that worked out. And then he calls me back, Kenny. Did you call Brian any names when you left the show? I said, yeah. What all did you call him? I said, oh, little bitch, little, a lot of names. He says, by any chance, did you call him a houseboy? Did I have on here houseboy? Yeah, houseboy is what I had. Mm-hmm. I said, among other things, I said, yeah. I said, I called him a houseboy. He said, did you have some sticky notes made up that said Brian Loust is a houseboy? I said, I did. Said, so quite a few of them. He said, that's what he's maddest about, that you called him a houseboy. I said, yeah. I said, well, that's not going to go away. He's always going to be a little houseboy because he was nothing without me and you the first time. We gave him his fame when we did the show in Philadelphia. And then he was nothing until you drug him out to replace the 3 or 4 podcast hosts you got rid of. Nobody would know who the fuck he is. You gave him his life. And so, no, I don't want anything to do with him. He's a little hunk of shit. I said, he acts like he fucking knows everything. He knows nothing. I said, he lies all the fucking time. He lies about where he lives, lies about where he worked. And I said, I happen to have 2 kids that work for a law firm that easily look this shit up. So, so that killed the deal. There was, after calling him a houseboy. So I have still tons of these sticky notes left, and I use them in my daily functions here at the office.
You should send them to Kenny. Or send some to Jimmy. Just send him a pad.
just
anonymously send.
I got a few of them. Well, I think he might figure out where they came from. He might.
Doesn't matter if he figures it out or not. Just
let's see here. We might. Let me see if we got any other donations. Let me see. Because we're trying to send these kids to this amusement park. I saw some pictures of it. I don't know the name of it. Okay, so
it's not Filipino Disneyland, believe me.
Oh, Jazzy Jana with 25.
Thank you, Jana.
So that gets us to 35 towards the amusement park. So 5 or 10 more for the amusement park would be great. And then if we can raise maybe $30, 30 to 40 for Jen, we're done for the night. Yeah, I'm not going to hammer y'all too hard. We're going to need,
considering, folks, we probably won't be here Thursday because of the.
Yeah, that's asking. I mean, now we're down to the nitty gritty of the dance. And I heard Bob Hurley, you picked Baylor to go all the way. Well, they were so highly seeded.
Yeah,
they were highly seeded.
Yeah, but.
Do we have the standings in the brackets now that we got 2 rounds out of the way? Do we have the standings? Because I haven't even looked. I could be first or last, and I wouldn't know.
Well, you're first because I'm last. Well, only 2 of us entered, which was really kind of sad.
And you or 2 other people?
Just you and me.
Okay, well, I guess it's a 2-man. Well, you pathetic fucks. We try to give you some fun. We try to let you have some fun with us, and not a fucking one of you got in the damn. You'll do it in an office.
Yeah, so I'm at 41 points with a possible 109. You're at 49 points with a possible 173.
So I'm not what you call kicking ass, am I?
No. So let me share my bracket real quick because, well, it sucks.
Just me and you. You create the thing. I had the decency to enter
with
the
all the
thing.
trouble doing that, we did it on the show so people could make
Yes.
fun of our picks.
You lazy fucks. You lazy fuckheads.
You know what though? It was a little weird this year. I thought
where's your donation?
that there was not a lot of hype over this year's tournament. It didn't feel like not near what there was with some other years. So
there's been
there I've got Connecticut is still alive for me.
But some great games though, especially with 2 or 3 of the SEC teams getting knocked out by very lowly seeded teams.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, 13 Yale against Auburn. So that
A&M is the one I didn't have advancing against Nebraska, and they did.
So I've got Houston and Duke both alive. I had Texas Tech versus Marquette, so I missed out on that one.
I had 4 number ones marching all the way to the dance. So I guess all mine are still alive, aren't they? No number ones are gone yet.
All the number ones are still alive. North Carolina, and I had Baylor, but Arizona comes in at number 2.
Oh, my brother cringes every time an ACC team, especially
a 1 and a 2. So here we have a 1 and a 2, a 1 and a 2, a 1 and a 2, and a 4 and a 2. Oh, that was the pick. Sorry, I had Houston. So I had 1 and 2s going through toward most of the end. But,
did you?
But yeah, it didn't work
I wish I'd
have had. So let me go look at the actual
Kentucky.
Yeah, well,
I think I had Kentucky going out either in round 2 or round 3. I guess we're about to find out here.
Let's see if we can see the real bracket. What life looks like in. Come on, people, show me the damn.
Bob's phenomenal bracket. You got gutsy.
Bob's phenomenal. Yeah. Phenomenal bracket.
I don't think even I got that ballsy.
It was phenomenal.
George
named it. Okay, so we've got
Capture with a updated
Houston. Yeah, so here's our Sweet 16: Houston, Duke, NC State. Let me blow this up a little bit so you can read it.
I don't know if I got NC State winning another one or not, but I think I had them winning a couple of games.
Houston, Duke, NC State, Marquette, Connecticut, and San Diego State. Iowa State and Illinois. And then the other side of the brackets, we've got North Carolina and Alabama, Clemson and Arizona. Screw you, Clemson. Tennessee and Creighton, Purdue.
My ACC boys. I think their run might be over as well. But
yeah, well, we'll see. So it looks like we got a good shot here.
If anybody will fuck it up, it'll be Arizona. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got a good shot at a 1 and a 2, another good shot at a 1 and a 2.
Go Creighton.
Another good shot at a 1 and a 2. In fact, we could have all 4 of our round of 8.
Could be 1 and 2s
versus 2s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty interesting. Now, the last time all number 1 seeds.
Makes the committee look good, don't it?
Yeah, the last time all number 1 seeds advanced, I think, was 2008. It's been quite a while.
I looked it up. It's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked that up.
Purdue, I mean, they're putting 106 points on Utah State, 78 up against Grambling. That Purdue's a solid team.
Nice win out of Grand Canyon to get them a win. I think it was their first ever tournament win. There were 2 or 3 teams I think got their first ever tournament wins in this thing. And
I mean, Oakland couldn't have won too many games before that, right?
Oakland.
Actually, no, this is like their 3rd, if I remember right. This is like their
Oakland,
3rd win.
Oakland, I think, had won 1 coming into the tournament. They were 1-1 coming into the tournament.
It's their 3rd appearance.
Yeah. Good old Oakland. So how we doing here? Well, we're still a little.
George Captor got his membership renewed.
Got his membership. He might even have a donation for us. You never know. We could use one. We could use one.
So let's go ahead and close that back up. Bring that back.
Oh, I told you about me returning that window part to get my window regulator money back. Listen to this shit. Listen to this shit. The refund was supposed to have been $354. They charged me the 20% stock fee. So my refund dropped from $354 to $284. Now there's 2 ways to look at it. I could have been out the whole thing and they needed the window regulator. Could have done that. Or I could have got the entire refund back, but no, they want to charge me. So I'm losing $70-something, and I'm not real happy about it.
Well, I mean, it could have been worse. They could have said, you know what? You don't need the regulator, and we won't take it back because it was a special order. So you're out all of it.
Yeah, that's another way to look at it. I hadn't looked at it that way yet because I'm still pissed over the $74. And I did file a dispute. I haven't won it yet. They want me to prove that they didn't tell me it was a special order, which they did not. It does say on the receipt, 20% stocking fee for special orders. They never told us this fucking window regulator for a Volvo that my mechanic had in 12 hours was a special order. Never was said, because I would probably said, you know what? They don't even know if they need this motherfucker. We're going to have them take a stab at it. And we know where you fucking are if we end up needing the regulator. It's a pretty good drive. It's about a 20-minute drive over there in this day and age. It's a good hike. So, but they never told me that. So I called the place to find out why Fidelity does not have my money back on my card. And they look it up and they said, well, Kenny, there's two reasons. I said, why is that? They said, well, when we gave you the refund, and they wrote on the receipt, it said cash, but fortunately they stapled on the receipt that it went back on another card. So other than the Fidelity card. So I had the receipt sitting right here in front of me and realized that they did not put it back on the Fidelity card, which I paid for it with. They put it back on the card that Chris had in his wallet that I gave him in case they needed a card. And so Fidelity says, no, they haven't refunded your card yet. Call the shop. They tell me, oh, well, there's two problems. That's okay. I'm interested to hear this. Well, one of them is what's a window regulator? Makes your window go up and down. There you go. Couldn't explain that any better. Makes your window go up and down on a power window. And we thought my car needed two of them. Turned out it just needed the driver's side. So the problem is that they had a power outage when we returned the window regulator. A storm hit like an hour after we left, made the electricity go out at their shop. They had to take a day or two off because they didn't have any electricity. They go back to the shop and my return did not process. So instead of the return processing on the 21st and me already having my money back, it didn't process till yesterday. Today's the 26th, right? Process the 25th. And then it takes 3 to 5 business days to get your money back. So I got to wait another 3 to 5 days for them to fuck me out of $74. And then Fidelity wants me to prove that they did not tell me it was a special order. And they said, well, we need a copy of the original receipt. Well, they took the original receipt back when we returned the regulator. And it just says on it, we do charge a 20% restocking fee for special orders. The problem is they didn't tell us that this was a special order that my mechanic had 12 hours after we paid for it. So I might be fucked out of $74. If I had $999,000 in my bank account, I don't like getting fucked out of $74. And as y'all know, I got way more than that under the bed. So we're trying to see if anyone's going to help us send these kids to the amusement park. We need about $10 more for the amusement park and about $30 to $40 to help Jen get rice for her family. They're celebrating Holy Week over there, so Jen has no work for the next 7 days. Starting 2 days ago. Yeah, Holy Week. Oh, the post office isn't open over there during Holy Week. Did you know that?
Did not know that.
Oh, the post office.
A lot of things close on Good Friday.
The post office was closed for 9 days in the Philippines. You know who can testify to that is Lena, because the first time I ever mailed her a package back in 2013. She didn't get her package showed up 9 days late because it was due to arrive at the beginning of Holy Week. So they're off the weekend, 5 days off, weekend again. They're off 9 days. They don't open until the 10th day of Holy Week. The post office in the Philippines. And she lived in Batangas, a very ritzy resort area.
I mean, you said it's a 90% Catholic country. So
99% Catholic. Yes. Jeez. But Mango's kids go to a Baptist church. And I think Eunice from time to time has gone to a Baptist church. So they infiltrate.
I don't think they let her sing over there or play guitar at the Catholic church.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
I wouldn't. I just made that up. So.
Don't know. I don't know what they drink in Catholic churches in America. Show up drunk.
Yeah. Sacramento.
I went to a Catholic wedding and they had a big keg party down in the basement of the church. I was raised Baptist for what good that did. I was blown away. So now that you know what a window regulator is. So is anybody going to help us with these kids and Jen?
Anybody going?
Anybody at all? Because Nicole did $25. even asked, "Who can we help?" She didn't wait to be asked. She offered.
Blake with 5, TC from the NC with 10,
and
Nicole
Jazzy
with
Jana.
25. Jazzy
Oh,
Jana coming through,
and
as
by the way,
always.
Bob, not to put any heat on you, Bob, but I think we got to get Jazzy Jana her black Amex card.
Oh yeah, she does deserve one.
Yeah, we got to get her card, and I think George has earned his card as well. Definitely, George has earned his card. He could earn it again tonight with a little help from his friends. For his friends,
he could get by with a little help.
All right. Well, let me go to the Let me go to the pictures. Have we uploaded the blue jacket yet?
I couldn't find the blue jacket.
I sent it to
you. Well, you probably did, but it was, and among all the TikTok things that I had to scroll past to find it, I might not have.
Quit bitching about me sending you the hard work that somebody's doing to promote.
All right, Jana, do you want a plain boss card, or do you want
of course not
Kenny's face only boss card, or do you want to represent the whole show boss?
Oh, surely to God,
let us know which boss card you want.
Surely to God,
because we at Bolin Services Inc.
aim to please.
Version 3.0 aim to please. We offer customized solutions for your boss card.
Customized solutions is what we got.
If you're still there, Jana, since you haven't said a word in 45 minutes.
Eunice wants to get her hair colored for $23.
There you go.
There you go. Whoever wants to sponsor that deal, let me know.
She get it colored red? If she gets it colored bright red, I might break my rules and send you some money.
She wants to be platinum blonde, Bob.
Nah, forget it.
Because somebody that we know told her that she'd look good like that, and it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Okay, I got it. Now, did you find the blue jacket, or do I got to find it again and send it to you?
Hold on. Well, I was starting to look for the card. But
that's all right. That's all right. Here, I'll find. Boy, I tell you what. I'm also the picture of the sofa.
So that was after the picture I sent you of Jerry Lawler with Samantha Irvin.
That bastard. Now he's moving in on my territory again. That's going to be problematic. That's going to be problematic. Hang on here a second. I'm getting ready to send you a couple.
No, so it was before that picture. So
okay, where's Bob Hazelwood at? Here's Bob. Okay,
the bottom of the list.
Oh, as a matter of fact, the last picture I sent you of my sofa and love seat. I want to show that so everybody gets to. I'm proud of how that's coming around. Now I have to put some things on the arms to protect the arms from the dog's long ass nails from fucking up my furniture.
That one.
Let me go back to the show because I'm still in Messenger. No, that's actually not a panoramic shot. You go to 0.5 on your camera, and it really fills the room. If you go 1.0 or 2.0, it does not so much. But that gives you throw that one back up one more time. Throw that one back up one more time, and that gives you a pretty good idea. But to kind of focus on the chair and the sofa. The last picture I sent you, I would like for the people to see, minus the dogs laying on it and all that shit. And I think the king pillows are a nice little touch. But it just has a much. There you go. And those are black velvet blankets on the arms because the dog's nails are so long they will tear the goddamn arms up. So I had to lay some black blankets on there because those arms should be cream colored as well. But yeah, I think the king pillow throws in, with the black curtains and everything. Now I had to pull the curtains down because the sun shines so bright it ruins the picture. Sunshine is not good, folks. You got to avoid sunshine. Now that black pillow to the left on the sofa, that's the queen pillow. That's what Choco sleep on. It's like she can read. You can almost see that it says queen if you look real close. Because due to the angle, you don't see it as well as you do the other ones. But that's Choco pillow. That's where she likes to lay. So there we go. So there's that. And did we find the blue jacket yet for little Jenny? She's the one wanting to go to the amusement park today with her family.
Let's see here. Scroll through this. The show. Receipts. TikTok. Jelly bean pictures.
No, you don't have hers yet? Well, maybe I did. I thought I sent it. Okay, well, give me a minute.
TikTok, Mark Henry, Jerry Lawler.
That's just to show you we got somebody working very hard at TikTok, getting us a little attention over there.
Rex learning how to block people.
He did, didn't he?
TikTok.
Well, Rex was about to blow somebody sitting at his picture table if he didn't. Hang on there. Now I got to find. Okay,
now,
about to send it.
Now this is the good panorama. I need to download that one.
Okay, here we go. Okay, and there comes the blue and blue.
Young Kenny Bolin with Ma Rising in 1960.
Where's this at? Oh, did you find that?
Oh
yeah. Well, I think that's actually February of 61.
Yeah. Well, it would have to have been 61 because in February of 60 you wouldn't have quite been there.
So some help has come. Zach Bonifer, you know what he's done today? Zach, you're here.
He made a donation.
Laughing it up. Zach, what is the reason for the amount of your donation? Because I have a reason. I want to see if your reason matches mine. Zach has donated $11.11. Why would he have done that, Bob? Do you know?
That's the birthday
of
Scooby, right?
Scooby, very good. Very good. Zach, is that why you did it, or did you have something else in mind? That's the Scooby birthday. So Zach has done, and this is a strange donation. This is one of the stranger ones that Good Chris has ever done. Good Chris, if you happen to be watching the show tonight and you have it, there you go, Zach Bonifer. Yeah, that's Scooby's birthday, 11/11. Cool birthday. So I wish we'd got him in 2011.
Young Kenny Bolin, young Ma Bolin.
Boy, Mom was feeding me good, wasn't she? Look at that.
He was a big boy back then, too.
Big boy Bolin back then. And look at Mom out in the wintertime with a sleeveless dress on. It looks like we'd been to church. I think Mom was trying to ruin me even back then.
Probably. There's that panorama.
And my mom looks so much like June.
No, there's the panorama of that.
And that was when I just had a throw sheet on there. The blanket that I ordered for the sofa came in today. So we'll go back to that in a minute. But there's a sheet laying on the sofa to cover up so they wouldn't. So that's what I ordered today. See that cream colored blanket?
Mm.
Well, that's to cover up the leather to keep the dogs from nails from tearing up the fucking leather that's underneath.
Since there's a dog on the chair, a dog on the couch, and a dog on the.
Well, the love seat is what Choco's on the far left. The chair. Tucal, the biggest dog in the house, decides he wants the smallest seat in the house. I don't get it. I guess it's a snug fit. And then you got Scooby there. He's a big dog too. And this is a bed sheet that I'm laying on. I guess I should go to sleep. But
one cow in the dog bed.
One cow's in the dog house, more or less. He wasn't even back in the window yet. Now, on the focus picture of the sofa and the chair, one cow's there with a black curtain behind him. You can't tell he's there. He's humping the sofa, Bob. Do you see that?
Something with your dogs and humping, man.
I know. And off to the left of the sofa, that is a motorcycle helmet that Chris gave me before he went to Istanbul. So maybe one of these days I'm going to do a show as Daft Punk, and I'll just wear that motorcycle helmet for the whole show. A Good Chris, and if Good Chris is in here,
BS Punk is what you could do.
BS. If Good Chris is in here, explain his donation. Good Chris has donated. Get ready. $74 out of Good Chris. So, kids, you're going to the park. Jen,
you're going to get some rice.
Going to get rice, more rice. Eunice. Well, tell your uncle he needs to pay that electric bill, but if he doesn't, we will. In honor of Fidelity. I didn't even get what he did. Oh, he outsmarted me. Bob going, well, that ain't hard. In honor of Fidelity screwing you out of $74. Woo!
So Jana pays for your Jack in the Box. CC pays for your restock.
Good Chris fucks Fidelity. You gotta like that. I have named because we got Conan coming on over.
And it wasn't Fidelity screwing
restocking fee.
Yeah, it's the auto parts place.
Oh, and listen to this, Bob. The window regulator was never opened. The box is still factory sealed.
Oh, that's just wrong.
That's even worse.
You know what? You ought to go on eBay and sell the thing for like $450.
A window regulator that can't. Well, too late. I'd already returned it.
Well, tell me you want it back.
And gave them the receipt. They had to have the original receipt back to take the return. We were going to show up.
Marked on the receipt that it was returned.
Could have done that. No, they took the receipt. So so Fidelity basically today said, well, unless you can prove
Now,
that
see,
they never told you. So, well, how the fuck am I going to do that?
yeah.
To get a
Let
video.
me
of the
replay my
entire
ears.
Yeah. Do I get a video of the entire transaction that they're going to give me to incriminate themselves? Well, that's going to work.
Now,
And
Kenny,
I can assure you.
Go ahead.
I can assure you this hole in the wall place is not going to. Well, thank you, good Chris. That was very, very sweet of you to save me.
Now, Kevin Marr gets props because he's the only person that's got a Bolin book in his profile picture.
Oh, has he got the book in the picture?
Yeah, he's holding.
I've never seen that. I've never seen that. And Kevin Marr would be the one I think be the least likely to read that book.
No, I can think of a couple others to be least likely to read it.
George Captor, have you ever read my book? You still watching the show, George?
John Paul has.
George, when are we looking at doing something with that Midnight Express picture? Or are we still? Because if you're not, I totally understand. I mean, no pressure. In honor of, I did not get the $74 donation until he told me. So that's funny as shit.
That is good.
I fought Fidelity, and Fidelity didn't win. Thanks to good. Where was Bad Chris? Bad Chris is always begging, pleading, trying to stay in our good graces.
Take me off of.
Done that.
Don't unban me. Unban me again, Kenny. I know I keep doing stuff to get banned, but unban me again.
I know I keep fucking up, Mr. Bolin. He does. Oh boy. Hello, late cops. Oh, late oops. Oh yeah, John's a little late tonight. John's a little late.
That's okay.
A little bit late. But that's all right. That's all right. And no, this is a big help, guys, because some of this money we had to send out early anyway, and because they couldn't wait. I mean, when they tell you your electric's getting ready to get cut off, over $25 fucking dollars. Well, that is I'm almost halfway through your book. You just met John Cena. Okay, all right. He didn't have that. He didn't have that song there. As a matter of fact, when I took him to introduce him to Mark Cuban, we still never called him John Cena. He was always prototype. And in Cuban, in the video, if y'all want to bring it up on YouTube, Cuban says, "Well, who's this cat? You told me you were bringing me Batista." And then Cena looks at me, and Cuban went into business for himself. I didn't even know he knew Batista's name. No, Kenny, you told me you were bringing me Batista. We're going to put a deal together. We're going to take over OPW. And Cena's looking like, what the fuck? You've never heard of me, the prototype? But Cuban instigated that. So he knew enough even then to work. And then me going, no, because now I got to work because I didn't mention Batista. I don't even know the man and shit like that. But now, Cuban was perfect, man. He just fucking knew what to do. And I didn't know that he even knew what OVW stood for, more or less than anything else. Do you sell autographed books or own? No, I sell. Well, hang on here. We have a question.
It depends on how soon you want to read the book.
Oh my God, no, fuck. You asked now you got to pay more because if you ask me if I have an autographed book, I just dumped my orange crush not only on my phone, but fortunately I think it's got the protective cover on it. On my sexy legs, well, that's up for debate. Let me wipe my phone off. The things I don't do for the people.
So if you'd like to read the book within a month, you should get it through Amazon. You can take a little bit of an extended delivery period.
I'll get it out of it.
Autograph.
Yeah. There's nobody in here that didn't order my book, didn't have it 90 to 160 days later, somewhere around there. They normally get it.
He sends it through Pack Mule.
Festus will bring you my book. Well, God dang it, Matthew, for the love of Pete. There we go. I think I saved the iPhone. So I was about to point out. Do I have 2 or 3 different covers over here? No, I just have 2 different covers. So I think these are the main 2 covers I sell. So yeah, I do sell the autographed book. I got about 6 of them here. I'm getting ready to order more to take to Evansville under the assumption 10 or 20 people might want to buy one. But I sell them when I ship them. I sell them signed and autographed for $29.95 each. You normally get a little autographed bookmark that's got a picture of me on it because what's better than one picture of Bolin than 2, and you'll get a little bookmark in there. There are lots of pictures in the book, black and white, because Cosper wanted to save money. I got a picture of my son with the Undertaker's casket backstage in Louisville. So there's all kinds of shit like that in there. And
behind the scenes images.
Yes. And then there's the other book that many of you have. I probably screwed you too. And it's a real book. It just ain't a cover we made. It's a real, what the fuck?
That's a sequel.
Bunch of receipts just fell out.
My God, there's a regulator receipt.
Yeah, it's a regulator receipt. I didn't know that was in there. So yeah, there's there's me and John Cena sitting at Davis Arena. And let me tell you the story behind that picture. We're sitting there doing a Q&A because Bull Buchanan had to take a shit. And Bull Buchanan is our tag team partner that night. The match is ready to start. This is a Sunday night show. This is not television. We filmed them, but it's not for live TV. So we're about to start the match, and Bull's standing there waiting, and he wears white pants. And we're about to go out, and Bull says, I got to take a shit, man. I said, well, we're about to go out. We're in the main event. No, man, I got to take a shit. I got to go. So he ran, and they didn't have a bathroom at Davis Arena. If you had to shit, you had to go out and shit in one of the abandoned buildings out back and hope you could find a way to wipe your ass. So Bull Buchanan has got diarrhea, and he's got to take a shit. So we go onto the ring, and Cornette has no idea why we don't have Bull Buchanan with us. So we go up here, somebody bring me a microphone. It wasn't Rico that needed to take a shit, it was Bull Buchanan. So we go to the ring, and I ask for a microphone and a couple of chairs because we don't know how long Bull's going to be because he said it's bad. Whatever he's got is bad. So I get the two folded, and I'm thinking I can pull this off because at least it ain't live television. And I said, you know what? I said, I've decided before we start the match tonight that due to the popularity of myself and the Mr. Prototype here, that we're going to give you, the fans, an opportunity to ask us some questions. Anything you want. Nothing's off topic.
Q&A.
Q&A with Bolin and Cena. So we get, and as you see, Cena's got his feet propped up on the ropes there, and we're just ready to take some questions. Cornette is up at the broadcast shrugging his, what the fuck are y'all doing? Where's Bull? We had to explain to him when Bull finally shows up about 8 to 10 minutes later, he shows up. I'm going, well, welcome to the show, Bull. We appreciate you coming. And then we had the match, and then we had to explain to Jimmy that he had to shit real bad and couldn't go do his match. Can you imagine if that's Raw on television and Bull has to take a shit?
You know what? I can't imagine how the announcers make it through a 3 and 4 or 5 hour paper.
I don't know how they fucking do it. How everybody involved. Well, I could do it, but but most people aren't me. But what's weird,
Bob,
Bob,
should wear dark pants, right? So
what's weird, Bob, is that I can go, like if I go to the bathroom at say 10 or 11 in the morning, if I need to last till 6 or 7 at night, it's not a big deal. It's not a big, but when I go to bed, last night I slept 5.9 straight hours and didn't have to go to the bathroom. That is the first time that is normally 3 to 4 hours. I got to go to the bathroom. So why in the fuck, when I'm relaxed, not drinking, not knocking down 2, 3, 4 of these a day, or my bottled waters, how the fuck can I not go to the bathroom wide awake drinking all day? Then I go to bed and don't drink, and I can't go 3 or 4 hours without going to the bathroom. But last night I went 6 hours, and I didn't know what the fuck was up. I woke up and said, well, God, I guess I'm going to get me 3 or 4 more hours sleep. And then I looked at the clock. It was time to start work. I had to start my work day. Something like a work day. Something like a work day. So is our friend that we unblocked, can he still not get in on here, or do we know?
He could not, as the last show that we did Saturday.
I don't know what else to do for him. I'm really
not
don't.
sure either. So I don't.
So if you would like to order a book, you can tell me here. You can write me on Facebook Messenger, or you can write my email. Can you type my email? It's right there in front of you. My email address is the PayPal address, kennybolin@msn.com. It looks like we're going to be getting Main Event back as a sponsor again. He's back there. The general manager had been going through some shit, some family issues, and he's back. And so I need to look for 2 more sponsors so we can balance out I don't want 5. I want 6.
We need 8.
Maybe we'll get rid of somebody. Not Popeyes though. Popeyes almost made me do a podcast on Sunday. Me and Raul Lamada, my son, and a couple others go to Popeyes the other day. And he takes care of everybody. He's a real gentleman about it. No, I did not. As a matter of fact, Zach, that night I went 19 hours, and that's a shoot. Maya was here to see it. I went 19 hours without going to the bathroom. 19 hours. That doesn't even sound humanly possible, does it?
Does not.
I know you can't do it.
I'm lucky at 19 minutes in half the time.
What's the longest you think? If we were to do a 6-hour podcast, could you get through the whole thing?
Never.
Never?
I mean, if I didn't drink anything, beforehand,
maybe
I maybe could, but
yeah,
you end up passing out from being dehydrated.
Not to filthy the show up, Eddie, but we were talking about how often people take a dump. And I'm one of these rare, I think I've talked about it on the show before. I'm an every other day guy. I go every other day. And I've been that way for
whether you
years
need to or not.
Whether I need to or not, I'll make myself go on day 3. I've gone into the 3rd day before. So my son asked me to ask the doctors the last time. Remember when I went and Dutch thought I was going to die? He was hoping. He had a he was having a watch party.
Dutch was taking the under on the over-under on whether you can make it through the day.
He did take the under. That's what I heard. And but I was told to ask the doctor if that was normal. And the doctor told me there are some people that only go once every 3 or 4 days. Anything beyond that is an issue. I said, I've never heard of that. And more often than not, I'm every other day. Raul Lamada said it's nothing for him to go 5 or 6 times a day. I have family members 2 or 3 times a day. My brother, probably 4 to 6 times a day. Timmy John.
I wonder if it's got anything to do with what they eat.
Bobby Downey. Well, I used to eat a lot of shit food too. I mean, way more than I eat now. But if we go to Golden Corral or a White Castle, someplace like that back in the day, Cam Moron will go to the bathroom, and I mean to take a dump before he leaves to get in his car. Then when he gets to wherever he's going, he's got to go again. If we go to the restaurant, he's got to go again. While he's eating, he'll get up and go again. Before we leave, he's got to go again. And then he can't stay and hang out because he's got to go to the bathroom when he gets back to taking us home or whatever. I've never seen. He weighs 250, 260 pounds. I weighed 600 pounds. I still every other day. And now that I've had the weight loss surgery and go closer to the 3s instead of the 6s, still every other day. And no one... What are you guys? What's the record in here? On a daily average, people tuning in going, I didn't realize we were going to talk about how often we take a dump. I didn't realize this was going to be the topic of the show, but it seems interesting. It interests me how somebody can go every other day who's a fat fuck, which some people will tell you I still am, not as fat as a fuck as I used to be. And then people that are in shape, Raul Lamada, goddamn, he works out every day. He's a fitness trainer. Goes multiple times a day. I said, I don't want to spend that much time in the bathroom. I'm pissed that I have to get up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom to pee. I want to sleep 8 hours.
So,
never do.
We have a $5 super chat that we can't read because you've got that person blocked.
Yeah.
But Vampire Rose Underground something or other put they're proud of the Screwed You book, paid $45.99. 210 days in the mail. Order now before you get screwed.
Sounds reasonable. Sounds reasonable. I don't even remember who that is as to why they got blocked. Kevin Mars, a 2-a-day guy.
Vampire Rose.
I kind of remember the name, but I'm sure they fucked up. I mean, I wouldn't block anybody that didn't.
No.
Paid $5 to get that in, huh? Well, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
It didn't even show up.
And it didn't even
Vampire Rose Underground Hopscotch Champion is the name.
Sounds like I might have blocked him just for having such a stupid name. It could have been. I remember the name. I'm sure they fucked up. Well, you got
thank you for your $5.
You got your $5 comment. See, we don't shit on you here totally. Just sometimes. What are we on? We're on. We're at the 90-minute, closing out on 90 minutes. We will donations have actually, thanks to Good Chris and various others. Well,
we're at $150, $150.11 plus now $10 worth of super chats.
Okay, all right.
Thing, so
all right, and got my regulator money back. Can't beat that. I'm not going to tell Fidelity that Fidelity is not going to give me that money back. They are working too hard. And I tell you what, with Chase Bank, I can call them and say, I PayPal'd my friend Bob Hazelwood 6 times in a row, $50 a pop, and I regret doing that. They would give me my money back. Chase Bank does not fuck around with their customers.
And so, wait, does Bob have it in the Chase account?
I've tried to get my money back 3 times from Fidelity over various shit. Once over some shit motorcycle repairs, to where another shop says they didn't fix shit. And we paid hundreds, like $700 to get all this motorcycle repair shit done. Fuck you, buddy. No, we don't pay automotive. Really? Well, Chase would have. But I had more money in the Fidelity account, so we paid for it with the Fidelity money. Those motherfuckers would not go to bat for us. Even though we had 2 other mechanics saying they didn't do shit. They did enough to get it running. It ran about 4 miles when we left the shop. Paid $700 and something for it, and they would not give us a nickel of our fucking money back, claiming they don't do anything about automotive. Had one place, even PayPal fucked me on. We did $2,000 worth of repairs to one of Christopher's old cars years ago. And down the street here, $2,000 worth of repairs, fucking head gasket blew the next day. That was supposed to be what they were fixing. All the preventive maintenance to make sure that we had no head gasket or it was overheating. We said the first thing we want checked is fucking head gasket. If there's a problem, we want to switch. Well, we got everything taken care of. Fucking 2 days later, the goddamn car was overheating. $2,200. Never got a fucking, we don't do anything with automotive. That's what PayPal told me. So be careful with your automotive repairs, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I can tell you.
Damn that PayPal.
Reread that post. I don't get Punk's fascination with him, because Jimmy used to talk shit on Punk on a fucking daily basis. Just right, but the enemy of my enemy, I guess.
That could be. All right, so his legacy in the business is seriously overstated and overrated. He was a great on-screen manager, no denying that, because once again, the guy has the gift of gab. And if he wasn't such a wrestling bigot, he could probably be in a role equal to Paul Heyman right now, or at least one like Regal behind the scenes. What he is doing right now is not helping the wrestling business one bit, but it's the only way he can make money off it, because no company wants anything to do with him. He's failed or gotten fired from every job or promotion he's been in for the last 30 years. Smoky Mountain couldn't even sniff a success ECW had back in the day. Then he didn't last long in WWE after that, got fired from OVW for assaulting wrestlers, most recently fired from the NWA for a racist fried chicken joke. His immediate live reaction to the Janelle Grant was that she enjoyed the things detailed in the report and was only doing it for the money, before he finally took note of his co-host's suggestion. That's a good idea.
Isn't that ease up? No, it's a horrible fucking idea.
To ease up, and the light bulb went off. It might not go well for him.
The voice of reason. That's unbelievable.
If he kept expressing his true feelings. He also enjoys being a cuckold while wrestlers tag team his wife, and also has or had an order of protection against him from Vince Russo because of
the hold up 1 second there. Let's pause that. The cuckolding and the tag team, no problem with that if that's what you want to do and that's your choice of activities.
If it's all consensual from everybody involved.
But if it ain't consensual and you're doing that shit so people can get a job on your television show, it's a whole nother fucking story. If that's what, because and I remember one of his defenses on his show once, I was told he said, well, as a matter of fact, I heard it because somebody sent me the clip. Oh, I'm being criticized because I have an interesting sex life. And my answer to that on my show that night, no, your wife has an interesting sex life. You are interested in your wife's interesting sex life by watching it.
You observe an interesting sex life.
Yeah, you observe.
So continuing on, I guess it's no surprise Punk finds him entertaining. It's just mind-boggling people actually care what this guy says. And like I said, if he didn't have a gift of gab, he'd just be looked at as an old, miserable prick. The guy is a hateful failure, and anybody that repeats his bullshit
and I hate down the same hill. I mean, he hates everybody that doesn't agree with him. I don't hate you. I just get rid of you. That's all. I don't hate you.
Just block it.
Yeah, just get rid of you. Punk did say one thing I got a kick out of. It's given me some excitement to when Raw goes to Netflix. He says, well, I've been told to watch my language tonight. We're not on Netflix yet. That's
Yes.
so Netflix is not going to be PG or PG-13. Let's hope not.
Now he
Because
did
I am
say
so
something.
sick of when
I
the
know
crowd
how to
goes
use my
bullshit.
mouth. He did say, I
I'm
know
so
how to
sick.
use my
I'm
mouth.
so sick that USA Network thinks they have to bleep bullshit that I'm it kills the fucking show.
Now they did
Just
have
let
to
them say
bleep an
fucking
F-bomb.
bullshit.
They did have to bleep an F-bomb that the Rock dropped during his thing with Cody.
Did he drop an F-bomb last night?
Yes, he did.
Okay, well, see, I haven't got to see any of that.
Watch the very last segment.
I needed a nap real bad. So
yeah, watch the very last segment because it's really, really good. One of the things that Punk said though is he's really good with his mouth. Just ask April.
April who?
April Lee is AJ Lee. April is his wife.
Oh, I didn't
April is.
I never knew that AJ's name was April. Never knew.
April Menendez or April.
I assumed he was talking about AJ, but I never knew her name was April.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we live and learn,
good
right?
with my mouth. Just ask April.
Yeah.
He must talk a lot at home then, apparently.
And if I were the wrestler sitting out there that used to be at OVW as well, what's his name? Shogun or Drew McIntyre. That's the guy. If I were Drew, well, I know that April's very good with her mouth. Just ask me. And that's where I would have went with that. You want to fucking play that shit because that was just sitting there waiting for it. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. April's very good with her mouth.
I don't think Drew was out there at that point yet.
He wasn't out there yet?
I don't remember.
Because they had a lot of bickering back and forth. I thought maybe he was.
Now, the crowd kind of went hijack with the referee. And Punk had a great line. Well, I don't think I could actually be fair and impartial with these two dipshits. And
he did get that in. Would you say the Money in the Bank has been wasted with Priest? They basically, they have not done too much with it, do they?
They have not done Money in the Bank well on the men's side for a couple of years now. I mean, for several years now. You know, Otis won it for a while and then lost it to the Miz. I think what they should do is they should make it so that if you don't cash in your Money in the Bank within 90 days, you have to defend the briefcase.
Yeah, you got to defend the briefcase because somebody will actually fucking use the goddamn thing. Make it like the Southern Heavyweight title used to be in Memphis. If you didn't defend it in 30 days, you got it stripped. Now we got people with fucking belts that defend it twice a year. If that.
I laugh when they go, the Roman Reigns is up to 1,258 days in his record-setting reign, and I'm like,
how many times
wrestled in 1,257 days? So
it's awful hard to defend that pin. Awful hard to lose the belt when you're not defending the goddamn thing.
Exactly.
So here we go. All right, just checking our status for the night. CC allowed me to ask you a question. Could you see Drew beating Seth? Then Priest cashes in immediately. Could you see Drew beating Seth?
See, now here's what I don't get. Like, if I was writing this thing, I'd have Damian Priest be out there every single time.
Could I see it? I mean, you can almost see anything with WWE.
Sure.
Who's going to draw money out of the three of them? Will it be Seth? It be Drew?
Seth doesn't need a title. He doesn't need a title to draw money.
No, he doesn't.
I think given a chance, Priest would have a better title run than Drew.
But here's the thing. The story with Priest is his interbickering with Mommy.
Right.
Who's and you don't need a belt for that.
No,
that's the story of the power struggle within the company.
So what I would do if I'm writing this, I have Priest come out at the end of the tag match where Cody because shenanigans are going to happen. Cody and Seth are going to get beat so that they can have the main event on Sunday be
of course
bloodline rules and stuff.
Got to get everybody in. Yeah,
that
they didn't they're going to lose rules not to have it.
Yeah, if they do something screwball with Seth to beat them on Saturday, Priest should come out and in fact, Priest should come out in the middle of that tag match, cash in, and try to pin him right in the middle of the tag match. That's the way I would do it. Just something different. But if I were writing Money in the Bank, I'd have the Money in the Bank briefcase holder. I mean, he would be stalking that champion. He would be present every single time champion comes out to do a thing. There's the Money in the Bank guy sitting in the background, every match, every interview, every.
Well, that's kind of what they did with who's my Asian girl that's the world champ now. So many Asian girls.
Io Sky.
Io Sky. She was always stalking people with that fucking briefcase, waiting to cash in, wasn't she?
Kind of, but I mean, not to the extent that. I mean, you'd see her like in backstage segments. She'd be going there like, here, watch. But never like during matches. Why do you waste time running down to the ring if the guy is beat up and hurt? If you're standing right there at ringside, you have a better chance of just cashing it in.
He should have done that. Stuff announced his knee. That would have been a good time to do it. Yeah, I can't argue with that. Takes the heat off of having to keep the belt on him while he's hurt.
Yeah, so
I like the other thing I could see. If you don't defend the belt within 30, which obviously is up to the promoter. It's not like the wrestlers deciding when to defend their fucking belt.
Sure. Now the other thing they could do is they could have it run right up to the next Money in the Bank, where he's going to lose the briefcase because he hasn't cashed in that year, and then what I actually thought was going to happen was that. At one point, I thought that Finn Balor was going to beat Seth, have the title, and of course, Damien's not going to cash in on his Judgment Day teammate, whatever, and they're going to run that right up to Money in the Bank next year. And Priest is like, "What am I going to do? I got this thing. I got to cash it in. I can't be the only person to never cash it in."
Yeah,
and reluctantly go against
Finn Balor. Has he had it now? How long has he had it?
Since last July.
God damn. It's a lengthy run.
Now, I think the longest one was when Seth cashed in at WrestleMania when the Brock and Roman were wrestling.
Isn't there only one wrestler that's cashed it in that did not win?
No, there's been a couple. Cena didn't win.
Cena didn't. Cena had the Money in the Bank? Because I don't remember.
Yeah, now Cena announced ahead of time he was going to cash it in tomorrow, being the honorable man that he was. And so
I taught him well.
Yeah. And then
like father, like son.
That was the one that was probably the best cash in. But yeah, Baron Corbin failed to cash it in. I think Austin Theory had it and didn't cash it in because he went after the U.S. title. Some stupid waste of the championship.
I hear Baron's a nice guy, but what a waste of roster space. I hear he's better.
He's better down at NXT, and they're actually he's getting a little bit of a babyface reaction. They made a mistake with him when he was bad luck Baron, when he was down on his luck, whatever he was. He was actually getting over, and then they, had him hit the. Yeah, he was. The fans were into that beat down bad luck character, and now he was never going to be like.
I think your definition of over might be in different categories.
Like
moreover, I'll give you moreover.
He was moreover than like the ring post.
I'll give you moreover. I'll give you that.
But I mean, he wasn't like over.
I don't know. The ring posts light up now. Have you seen what the ring posts do these days?
Yeah, they look good.
You do a lot. Yeah, they do a lot. Well, we went well over our 90-minute time limit tonight, and I think we have exhausted. And thanks to good Chris for saving the night for us, and Jazzy Jana with a $25 donation. We had
Eunice says thank you. Chenny says thank you. Jin says thank you.
They all say thank you. They better.
We all say
thank you.
About time.
And
thank you to Vampire Rose. Thank you to Blake.
We never did sew Chenny's blue jacket.
We didn't. Are you sure?
No, I'm positive.
Are you sure?
There we go. There. Well, we have it now.
Okay.
Either that or you showed it when I was looking for other shit. So there's her blue jacket. She says, "Can I order
that blue jacket is so beautiful."
I think that's a good looking jacket right there. I mean, look, where could you ever find another jacket like that? Here it is right here.
You can. But you know what? I bet she's wearing this underneath it.
I bet she might be. Well, she got that jacket somehow, Bob. How do you think she got the jackets?
Well, she didn't get it by wearing that.
No, she would have gotten a lot more if she'd wore that. She'd have got.
Yeah, she could have
And he's
afforded that
being a
more than
pervert with
jacket.
a 24-year-old girl. Oh my god. Let's
Oh
see.
yeah, so that
Yeah.
I don't want to give the trolls any credit.
No,
But
let's not
dear
mention any.
troll,
Not mention
when
any
we
names.
say that this is a pretty little girl,
Yeah,
that does not make you a pedophile, you
horrible
moron.
thing. And being that you brought it up, let me go and explain why I do this. Ever since my first girlfriend was Lena she called me Daddy Bear. I said, why do you call me Daddy Bear? She said, you're the only person I've ever known who I felt loved me as much as my daddy. And you're the only person who's ever told me that I'm pretty, because my daddy never told me that. And no one else ever told me I was pretty. You're the only person that ever told me. And I was thinking, if it means that much to them to hear that's Lena. And of course, I was with her years ago, going back to 2012. And
Back
if
when
it
she looked like
means,
this. No, I'm kidding.
and she was bullied in school when we met Art Joe for the first time when she was 6, when she wanted to have a birthday party. She'd never had a birthday party before, and that was back when we were doing birthday parties for everybody. And she was 6 years old. Now we've cut it off at 12. After 13, get a job, throw a young birthday party. I did. And but Art Gel and the Ruby Mays and the various other, and many times the kids are the ones that speak the best English of the family. We didn't even know that Art Gel's mother could speak decent English. But I'm going to explain to you where the mindset comes from that. When people like that refer to you because you tell a little girl she's pretty, or if you say she's cute or whatever, and they want to think of you as a pervert, that's where their mind is. Because I don't think decent, normal human beings have that thought process. I remember 1,000 times you see a little girl and a girl, oh, look at that pretty little girl. Oh, she's so cute. Does that make you a pervert because you acknowledge somebody's daughter's cute right in front of the fucking parents? I mean, my God. Or when I was a little kid, oh, what a cute little boy. You know, does that make the woman horny for me because she told me I was a cute little kid when I was 7 years old,
Well,
6 years old?
Yeah.
Well, for me, later that night, people didn't know. But that's where their mindset is. And it's like when Trump does this shit. He always calls you what people know he is: a crook, con man, pervert, child molester, whatever. All the shit that he's done and been convicted of, or has been strongly accused of, or is in court for, is what you are. So when these people make those accusations and say shit like that, that's where their head is. Because they're thinking, oh, I'd love to be with that little 9-year-old girl. I'd love to be with that. That's where their fucking head is. So don't put that shit off on us. But it means so much to these little girls. And I'm talking little girls from 6 years old to 40 years old. Fuck Vanessa. Vanessa has ego problems from time because she thinks it's a big deal. She's got gray hair. Does my hair look? I said, honey, you're doing audio calls. Who gives a fuck what you? Well, I want to be presentable. They can't see you. You're the John Cena of the Philippines. They can't see you, Vanessa. Who gives a? If you only knew what I look like when I do my calls during the day, they can't see me. It doesn't matter. You're the most beautiful. How's your voice sound? That's what matters. That's all. That's all that matters during the day when you're doing your work. So, but no, if it makes these girls feel good to watch this show, and somebody 8,400 miles away acknowledges that they're pretty. Now, when you're demanding them call you every day at a certain time and you pay their internet bill only so they can call you, and if they don't call you, don't pay their internet bill no more, that's a whole nother fucking story. When you say you want to help a Filipino and you only help them if they send you pictures you want to see, that's a whole nother story. And we've gotten rid of those people. So it was just a troll thing. It was just a troll thing.
It was, but
trying to pitch this to two people that know me about as good as fucking anybody.
Right.
But I've
create trouble.
But they didn't know that. They're trying to create trouble. So but that's where your head is, because you're the pervert.
Before we go off the air, I do want to introduce
Bob. Never told you how pretty you are. I don't say it enough. I don't say it
often enough. No. I want to introduce our newest sponsor.
Oh, we got a new sponsor?
Yeah, we do. The Donald Trump God Bless the USA Bible.
Oh.
Order yours today. 4 to 6 weeks delivery. It's an easy to read, large print, and slim design. This Bible invites you to explore God's Word anywhere, anytime. This Bible has been designed so that it delivers an easy reading experience in the trusted King James Version translation. That means it's in the public domain and they didn't have to pay anybody rights for it. This large print Bible will be perfect.
I love there's a Bolin Scaramucci banner over this thing that I just screenshot.
To take the church, a Bible study, work, travel, etc. This Bible also features a copy of a handwritten chorus to God Bless the USA by Lee Greenwood, the U.S. Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence,
all
and
the things
Pledge
I
of
violated.
All that for $59.99. It's in stock now. Due to high order volume, please allow 4 to 6 weeks for delivery.
I would buy that if there was a Bible-sized cardboard glossy picture of Trump as Jesus Christ. I would buy
I'm just surprised he held it right side up this time.
Well, they probably had to work with him. So have you ever seen a man so desperate? Well, let's not call him a man, a subhuman.
And what is with his hair?
So fucking desperate. I don't know. They worked with him on that one. They worked, and look at that fake ass smile. I mean, that is about as fake and hard pushed as you can get.
What's your favorite verse, Donald? Oh, all of them.
All the verses.
I like them all equally. Like my kids.
But you know what?
But you know what? The one who I love more,
he's a genius because stupid, uneducated, redneck, backwoods Bible thumpers, not to label y'all in a certain group, will eat this shit up. Oh my God, it's a Trump Bible. Where's my $60? Well, honey, we can't pay the electric bill this month. We got to get our Trump Bible. So these are the people that he's appealing to.
So, obviously it's King James. It means they didn't have to pay a copyright
I'm trying to
fee.
feed people that I don't know, will never meet, and they're 8,400 miles away, and he's trying to pay his legal bills by paying the Bible.
Yeah,
by selling the Bible that he doesn't own.
It's not enough to
give them away, Donald. Give them away. Give them to people that want to read the Bible. Don't sell them for $60 goddamn dollars. Give them to the people that want to learn the Bible. He ain't gonna do that though, is he?
He's not going to do
Trump
that.
trading cards. This is a former president, regardless of how he got in. The shoes. What idiot? What moron would sell shoes to make money? That's your cue.
I would say that. Oh, sorry. What idiot would sell shoes to make money?
Proof.
You asked that? You really asked that?
So desperate. Oh, okay. Never mind.
But we're not selling those. We're giving those away.
We're giving them away.
Get one free with every $25,000 donation.
Every $25,000 donation, you get a free pair of shoes with the flag. Get the flag on it.
With a flag.
And the sole is lined. It's hard to read. Is lined with the Constitution
and the Bill of Rights.
And
the Mayflower Compact.
And you can't have a flag on the back of your shoe if you don't pledge allegiance to it. You got to have
that. Exactly right.
All right. Well, we've done our civic duty.
And it includes a copy of The Prince by Machiavelli, or Machiavelli by The Prince.
Thursday night does not look likely for a show unless there's just a shit game going on at 10 or 10:30 where there's no doubt of the finish. That'll be a game time decision. More than likely, we will not be on Thursday or Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday are big evening games as well. So we probably won't be back until Tuesday. But if there's a blowout Thursday or a blowout Friday, I could make an executive decision, pop back in here. Shout out to
Coltrane decides to show up.
Oh, have you heard the latest on Coltrane?
No.
He's trying to horn in on my 4:00 Scaramucci show.
No.
You know what his excuse is? I want to get to see Maya. No, you lying fuck. You can call Maya anytime you want. You got video chat. He's trying to horn in on the Moot Show.
He wants this.
He wants in on all the celebrity shows. Oh, King, when's this celebrity come? I need to. Oh, so wait a minute. You can't do any of the other shows, Johnny Carson. You can't do any of those.
You mean the show with Mr. Kennedy or Disco Inferno or Conan or John Cena Sr. or Dutch Mantel or Mark Henry or not that guy because he got canceled?
Yeah, another guy got canceled. But he wants the dates and times of all those shows. Inform me tonight, pregame. Oh, King, I can't make it tonight. Tell Bob he's up. I'll do Thursday. Well, he knew I wasn't doing the show Thursday.
Yeah, since you're not doing the show Thursday, I'll do that one too.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do the show you ain't doing on Thursday. Oh, you want to do one Friday? Oh, you're not going to do one Friday? What about Sunday? No, you ain't doing. What about Sunday? No, I'm not doing a show any of those days. Oh, we'll let Bob have tonight. I forgot. Maybe he had to go to the bathroom. Maybe Coltrane's a 5-time a day, or I don't know. I forgot to ask CC, who gave me regulator money. Are you regular, CC? Are you once a day, twice, every other, every third, every fourth? There's somebody out there going every 4 days. I'll have him on the show. Samantha Irvin. Now, who's in the picture with Samantha Irvin?
Jerry Lawler.
I will beat him with an inch of his life. That will be the fight of the kings that everybody wants to see. He better keep his balls off my woman.
We should get that blown up as a picture.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I'm assuming this is the real Samantha Irvin that I'm friends with on Facebook. I assume. And she hasn't, I've written her a couple times. She hasn't written me back, but she acknowledges that she reads them because she's a big deal and everything.
Yeah.
But and she's posting pictures I would think only Samantha Irvin could get. And I wrote her, I said, I've never had like Ricochet, and I will beat his ass next time I see him in person. And that was my post on Facebook, just to let her know. There's an ass whipping coming. There's just a friendly ass whipping coming.
It's a coming. It's a coming. See, there you go.
All that son of a bitch. In a suit. Don't wear no suit. He's trying to upstage
in on your woman. Yeah.
Horning in on my woman.
Shaved off his white goatee.
He did. He's trying to youth it up a little bit. I am irked at this.
People that do that just make me
that picture because I'm going to make a dartboard and I'm going to Photoshop her out of it. Yeah, King, you're barking up the wrong legs there, buddy. That's my girl. If I whip Ricochet's ass over him, King, me and you might have to settle up in Evansville. The battle of the kings, the battle of the crowns, the battle of the man who truly gets to hug Samantha Irvin real tight. Is Kenny a perv for liking Samantha Irvin? Call me a perv because I like me some Samantha Irvin. I do. StarMaker versus Ricochet and a Samantha Irvin I'm in that fucking match. You just stick her up on that pole. Do we have the video of when I
wearing pants?
I know it's on TikTok. If you want to see me climb a pole, and 25 years ago I could, it's on TikTok, and Rico was thrilled we found it. It's when Rico threw me off the top rope. It's on my TikTok channel. Bob, do we know the name of the TikTok channel?
We do.
We don't really post it on here much.
We don't because we are old men who don't.
I tell you what, from what I understand, we're closing in on 20,000 views on TikTok, and a lot of the young people are loving it. The Filipinos love that I'm on. They think I'm a big deal because I'm on TikTok. Who's not on TikTok in the Philippines? Everybody's on TikTok. Maybe they think I'm cool because we're on TikTok. One of the Filipino girls
I do wish I would put the link for the actual video in the chat, except that it doesn't tell me which.
I don't think how you do that. You just got to go through all the videos and find. It's one of the more recent posts.
Cena challenges Bolin.
Yeah, well, we know how that went. Don't challenge me, bitches. Do not challenge me. Lawler knew that was
stretching crew versus John Cena. Yeah. So there's Cena
I got two girlfriends that are one, and Dua Lipa knew that we were engaged. She actually tagged me on that. She retweeted that to a few people. And Samantha Irvin. Dua Irvin, I call her. Dua Irvin.
Hello everyone, for One Wrestling.
John Cena screen.
Neon Meltzer show. I hear that one.
No, that was
not Meltzer. That was
definitely not on the after show.
What not a Meltzer show.
Fall Brawl with Bolin Services.
It's one of the more recent posts of the pole match. Because I was surprised to see it myself. Rico said he had not seen it since we did it. Yeah, we're going a little bit of overtime.
We are, but we're let's see, TikTok. That's C-SPAN. Why aren't we watching C-SPAN? Oh yes,
yeah.
TikTok. Let me say that again. Culture Bane. The guys are not. Why are you saying TikTok crash? It says. Is this the boat blowing up? No, this is just some guy. Rittenhouse. Who cares?
Yeah, he went down to Memphis and they ran him out of Memphis State University. Did you see that?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, Shittenhouse went down to Memphis. And this guy that does these videos, he looks like he would be the most racist fucker in the world. He looks like he could teach Timmy John a couple of classes about racism, but he's probably more liberal than me. And he's motivating the people at Western Kentucky University to run Shittenhouse out of there as well. Now, whether that's going to happen near Glasgow, Kentucky, I don't know. The land of caves and Beach Bend. And but Memphis didn't tolerate his shit. They said he goes down there and he talks shit like he knows something about Black Lives Matter. The only reason the man's famous because he shot 4 people and got by with it.
Pretty much. Moments for a King. TikTok, Bowling Alley. More. Let's see.
Him to go to Memphis, and as the guy pointed out, he's in Memphis.
Dinsmore's absence. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, I had him working at the mansion.
Iconic animals.
Does he not title these things?
Well, it doesn't show the title. It just shows in the little short that I get from you.
Oh, well.
Bowling for president. Bowling for governor. Sorry, this is when you were
bowling for governor. Yeah, that was a pretty good campaign speech I had. I pointed out that Gary Coleman was too short and Schwarzenegger wasn't good at English. Vote for me. And I became a resident. I pointed out that I had a post office. I mean a new home there in California.
There's Eric Bischoff. I don't see it.
There's 5 or 6 clips of Bischoff on there.
Yeah.
On the TikTok.
Let's see.
Just give them the
go to TikTok.com and look for at the Bolin Alley.
Is it? Well, no, there's a way he typed it up a certain way. It's like Bolin.alley or something. Let's see if we see what the exact address is.
That's what the URL.
All kinds of great
there
stuff.
It is.
A lot of old shit.
That's in the wrong window. No wonder people aren't seeing it because there we go.
Yeah.
TikTok.com at the Bolin Alley at the.bolin.alley.
There it is. That's the one. That's what you need right there.
Go there. So, you can actually watch those videos when the show's over because this one, just like every single show we've ever done,
you blew it.
It's members only.
Glad CC was watching a lot, but he's a member. He can go watch them. Jazzy Janet, go watch them. Iceman, go watch them.
This show right
Zach Bonifer can go watch them. Let's see how many non-members we have watching the show.
Well, we're going to go members only.
Okay.
Right now. Goodbye, everyone who's not members only.
We dropped from 26 to
probably 0. I think that's a StreamYard problem.
That could be a stream. Yeah, it went to 0.
Yeah, I don't think StreamYard's allowed to see.
First one to say
StreamYard needs to buy a membership.
They do. We got to get StreamYard as a member. So whoever's watching the show right now, say hi. You will be the person that gets to wave bye to me at the end of the show, and Bob, of course, who put up the TikTok address. It's right there.
It's right there. Maybe they're all going to TikTok.
Maybe they all Iceman. Iceman's here.
He should say bye.
Hi, Iceman. Did Iceman donate?
Bye,
Iceman didn't donate. He did talk about reading my book, though. I think he did do that.
Yeah, he's halfway through your book, which he did buy. I think he bought it at half price book. He bought it at the used bookstore.
He probably did. He probably did. Well, we have done everything.
He probably went to John Paul's prison library and stole it
and checked it out. As an inmate.
As an inmate
at John Paul's prison, probably down there.
Exactly.
John Paul's prison discounts to where you can get a bowling book and not come back here. Many of the prisoners have said if we'd only rented this book for. Well, you didn't really get it free. I think you donated to get that.
He earned it for free.
Yeah. You earned it for free. Yeah, you earned it. You got it as a bonus is what you got. An apology for mailing your shit to you so late, I think is why you got that book. So don't you ever come in here and say you got something for free for me. You're going to give me a bad name. Last thing I need is a bad name.
The only thing Kenny's giving out for free is promos. Or if you want to go to his Cameo, you get one for $100.
Well, I lowered the price. It's not 100 no more. I think it's down in the 40s. I think something like that.
Come on, people! You can get if you want.
I was $999 for a while, and an Undertaker purposely outbid me. He raised
just for giggles. One night, I came in and Kenny and I were talking about this, and I said, "Kenny, cut a promo on vitamin C," and sure enough, got a good.
I had an issue with vitamin C. Yeah, I had an issue with vitamin C. I think you had me cut one on pencils once too. You had me badmouth pencils.
Yeah, so I think what we're going to do is next show
what did number 2 ever do that I didn't do?
Well, and we all know about number 2.
I hate number 2 so bad I refuse to participate more than once or twice a week.
I don't go number 2.
No, I hate number 2 that bad.
Here's what I want to do. I want people to write to me either at my Twitter X thing and give me.
Jana says the promos are free here.
Yeah. Give me.
Oh, Jazzy Jana got a kick out of me calling Rico on one of those TikTok videos that you can go look at. I think I called him Cheapo Constipado or something. What did I call him, Jana? Can you remember? She got a kick out of it, whatever it was. And I gave him a nickname. And I can't remember if it was Cheapo Constipado or something like that. I forgot what it was. I forgot I even called him that. But maybe Jazzy remembers what I called him.
Stinko
Constipation. Well, okay. That's close. My other one ain't bad either.
Cheapo Constipado.
Stinko Constipado ain't too bad either. So Cheapo Constipado, yeah.
Hit me up on the Twitter machine or the Facebook machine. DM
if you have that,
if you have either one of those, and I allow you to talk to me. Yeah. Then hit me up there. Send me your idea for Kenny Bolin promo.
I thought I was an arrogant fuck until I met you. Yeah,
you were. Now you think I'm an arrogant fuck, and you'd be right. We'll come up with. I'll take a look at them. I'll compile the top 5 things, and we're going to have Kenny just cut random promos on things like unicorns or
what we're going to do. We'll take the top 5
sour sauce,
and then for each person, and we're going to lower even my my cameo price. Send in your top 5, and if you will donate $25 measly, I will cut a promo on demand. I will not get these in advance.
And we'll not see them ahead of time. I'll keep them.
And some of them might suck. I mean, we're going to find out how good I am. That's for goddamn sure.
Yep.
We'll find out how good I am for a $25 donation. And Bob, is it hard for you to cut these as a single video and send them to the people that donate? Let's make it $30 because they're going to get their own video out of this. Or if it's hard, we won't worry about it. I mean, is it hard?
Well, I mean, if JJ can make I didn't say that.
Way to go, Kenny Bolin. You just fucked that up. I'll call. Well,
if JJ Abrams can hold on, if JJ Abrams can make movies for $30,
he might. My mechanics.
We're not going to do our sponsors. We are not going to cut promos on.
No, we're not going to promo on the sponsors unless one of them makes me mad.
That might be funny.
King versus bad drivers. Seen a few of those. Saw one today.
There you go. Kenny Bolin versus Kenny Rising.
Oh, that would be an interesting one. Bolin cutting the promo on Kenny Rising.
Yeah.
Kenny Rising, you child molester. Got me.
Well, it'd be like talking to your brother, though. So I mean, you just got one on Demi Lee.
Pretty much.
Change the name. All right. So think about those. Send them to me on the Twitter machine. DM me.
And for a $30 donation, I'll do it live right here. I don't even want to see what you want me to cut a promo on until it shows up here.
Nope.
I will take 30 seconds to run something through my mind, and then we'll go. And then for your $30 donation, you can do more. You will get your own video clip of this for your donation. There we go. I don't think we can do it for a maximum of 10. Those so many promos man can do in one day.
Sure. Well, we're looking at the top 5 probably. So
yeah, well, 5 to 10. 5 to 10.
So it can be anything.
Trying to make Bob work hard for a change.
It doesn't have to be Kenny cutting a promo against somebody like Iceman to arm the deer. You've got a subject that you want Kenny to promote.
Yeah, anything like
that way too.
Arm the Deer is one of my favorite things I ever did. Cornette had no clue that was coming. Arm the Deer, yeah, that was one of my favorite ones I ever did. Arm the Deer, and all of a sudden, you arm the deer. Deer hunters ain't so fucking tough.
Now it's an even fight.
It's a square up. Shooting bullets out of their antlers seems fair to me. You aim a gun at a deer, deer bows his head. You got about 9 bullets up your ass.
Yeah, he's right. The bigger the rack.
Bigger the rack, the more that's going to hit your sack. That's what you got to look forward to there.
Exactly. There you go.
Exactly. All right.
Get your ideas. Send them out to me. We'll talk. We'll do them.
You got 2 hours tonight, folks. You got 2 hours tonight. It's 11:08. I'm going to go eat something.
Probably see you guys next Tuesday. So peace out until then. We said love and happiness and all that kind of terrible.
And we also said, you forgot to say, good day.